All right, guys, welcome back to the podcast. Today, we're going to talk about a question, a topic that's just becoming more prevalent in today's society is, do you still need an in-person coach in a world of AI? This is what we're going to talk about on today's podcast. Is there a point of having a coach, or should you just do everything AI? Let's talk about it today. So guys, welcome to the Excelsior Health Podcast. This is the podcast for busy professionals who are looking to transform their health by losing body fat, restoring their energy, and building muscle. How we do it, guys, we break down the complicated, confusing aspects of health and fitness, and we give you guys simple, real life strategies and tactics so you could implement it to see real results. I'm your host, Coach Cory Fernandez. And again, the topic that I want to talk about today, it's, do you need a coach? Do you need to work with someone in person, or can you just get what you need tapping into all the artificial intelligence and apps and things that are out there that is just changing society every day as we know it? So, hey, as someone who uses AI, not like a crazy amount, but I definitely use it to help me in my business. I use it even as a coach to help interpret data, to communicate better to my clients. I think if you're not using AI, you're missing out on a lot of ways to improve professionally, personally, just all areas of your life. Now, some of the things that I think AI does amazing is custom nutrition programs. What are the best workouts that you can kind of structure together? How to interpret data. There's so many things that are benefiting if someone's using AI to help them with their fitness journey. If you're someone who's looking for more information, you're not going to get better information sources in most cases than going through something like Claude or ChatGPT and all these resources. There's an overwhelming amount of information, but the problem is not a lack of information, it's a lack of implementation. Most people out there, it's not that they don't know what to do, it's they're not doing what they know. And that's what we're going to talk about today on this podcast is, can you better leverage AI to help you get better results? I think 100% so, but I don't think for 1 second AI is going to replace great in-person coaching. So I think having the blend of both of those together is what's going to help our busy professional ultimately transform their health. So hey, point one that I want to make is, guys, information is not the problem, right? Maybe if we go back 20 years ago, 30 years ago, yeah, maybe to a certain degree, there's a little bit of lack of uncertainty, a little bit of confusion of is it this diet? Is strength training actually beneficial? Should I be doing more cardio? Yeah, that stuff I can see. Nowadays, guys, there's YouTube, there's podcasts, there's AI. There's such an overwhelming amount of information that you can easily learn stuff and have some direction on how to execute. But like I already said, most people, it's not that lack of information, it's the lack of execution. We're not doing what we know, and we're not doing it consistently enough, even though there's all this information all over the place that we can access. So today, what are the things that you can ask AI that will help you when it comes to your health and fitness? You can say, hey, what is the best workout design for fat loss? What is the best workout design to be more athletic? What's the best workout structure to build muscle mass? That's simple information that you can get literally at a snap of a finger. What are the things you can also ask is, how many calories should I be eating? How should I structure my meals? What's the best type of diet? And what are the benefits? That's information that you can easily get from AI. How much protein do I need? And how can I fit it in with my favorite foods? What's the best exercises and activity for my goals? Most people, they already know what to do, right? But we're not doing what we know. So everyone knows exercise is important. Everybody knows the importance of sleep for their energy. Everybody knows that they shouldn't be smoking. Everybody knows that alcohol isn't the best thing for them. Everybody knows that walking and getting sunshine is good. Consistency matters. But yet, why aren't people knowing these things when it's so clear and so evident how it could drastically improve our life? The reason is Everybody knows these things that I'm saying, but when we look at it, obesity is the highest that it's ever been. We have more unhealthy people in the world than we've ever had. Depression, mental disorder, all these things are at an all-time high, but we have all these answers to the problem. And again, what is it? It's not the information. The solutions are out there. It's the implementation, it's the execution, it's the consistency of the information that we already know. So again, reminder, action is what creates the results. It's the doing of it. It's not just the acquiring of knowledge. So another point that I want to make on, hey, why do we need in-person coaches to go along with the AI to support our health goals is AI is going to be able to give you a plan. It's going to be able to give you great information and direction. But the biggest missing thing is it's not going to make you follow it. So I want you to think about it. AI, when you plug in your plan, it's going to be able to communicate to you and tell you, hey, man, you should probably work out 3 to 4 days a week. However, it's not going to get you out of your ass, out of bed, and to make sure, hey, did you show up to the gym today, man? Where were you this week? AI is not going to do that. It's going to show you how to maybe construct ideal meals with the right amount of protein, but it's not going to be able to help you understand and communicate when you're having a stressful day and you just need to have someone to support you and understand what you're going through. AI is going to tell you, hey, man, you should probably go for a walk. It should probably be X amount of steps that you're taking throughout the day. But AI is not going to challenge your story or your excuses and help you reframe maybe some of the problems that come up on a day-to-day basis. No, a human being that knows you personally and interacts with you on a week-to-week basis, they're the ones that are going to be able to catch when you're having your off days, when you need some extra love, when you need some extra support. And that's what an in-person coach does. A great coach is going to provide you accountability. They're going to provide you a relationship. They're going to provide you a network. They're going to provide you the solutions to things that you might not even be aware that you need, where AI is going to give you all the information that you're going to ask it. For a lot of us, what leads to transformation, it's not the collection of the plan, it's the action of the plan. So, hey, point number 3, which honestly, it might be the most important one that out of all the ones that I'm saying on this podcast is, man, human beings need human connection. So in this world that I'm sure we're going to be interacting with robots and all these things, like the way we thrive as humanity is we're tribe-like. We love to be around others. There's a study that's become so popular on social media and, for a lot of personal trainers, nutrition, one of the most impactful measures of longevity and overall health. It's not exercise, it's not sleep, it's not diet. It's literally your social interactions. It's the quality of your relationships. So yes, you can rely on AI to give you knowledge and to create plans and to construct certain things when it comes to your nutrition and your workouts. But man, one of the things that you need the most is you need to be around positive people. You need to be around human beings that expect things from you. They expect a certain standard. They don't tolerate mediocrity from you. They don't tolerate just your excuses and your limiting beliefs. They challenge you to be more because they genuinely care about you. That's what great coaching and in-person experience does. And then to go along with that is typically when you're working with an in-person coach, the way we do it is you're also going to be around other people. You interact with other human beings. You're in a training session where you see other people working, other people having benefits, and you're thriving off those relationships and those interactions. That's probably one of the most powerful things for your health, but it's just a super important part for the long-term journey of transforming your health. And a lot of people, we think of fitness as being such a physical thing, and it is physical, right? You got to tear down the muscle. You got to eat a certain amount of protein. You have to do your movements a certain way. But fitness is so emotional and it's so mental. And that's why it has such an impact on our overall health and our mental health and the quality of our life. And as human beings, we go through life and life is challenging. Life is hard. Things that we all go through, not all of us, but hey, we go through stress. Sometimes stress can turn into anxiety and depression. People go through breakups, they go through divorce, they lose their job, they go through tough stretches in their business. They go through hardships with their kids. They experience burnout. People die. These are things that human beings deal with, but it's also how we overcome them is usually not through isolation and being by yourself and typing in comments to a computer. It's being around other people. It's navigating those emotions. It's talking to people. It's listening to others. It's doing hard things with others and human beings. It's that connection. That's what helps people be more healthy. In those moments, it's not going to be some PDF that gets spit out to you to follow. It's going to be the conversation. It's going to be the hug. It's going to be the high five. It's going to be the energy through that face-to-face social interaction with your coach or the community that you're building. Going along with the point of community and in-person connections and social interaction, like community that you get from, even just going to a normal gym, going to some sort of group class, or going to go see your coach, community is always going to beat algorithms. So AI is not going to be able to replicate the connections that you build, the relationships that you have, these experiences, which experiences are what give us such meaning in our life. Think about in your own life whether it's at work, whether it's when you were playing sports, whether it's if you've had these experience of working in person with a coach, when someone knows your name and they're saying your name, when someone knows your strengths, your weaknesses, like you want to work harder because you know that person is expecting something of you. You know that they care about you. When someone's celebrating your wins and giving you the hugs, the high fives, man, that reinforces those actions that you want to keep doing them. When someone's impressed by what you've done and you feel proud, man, those are the feelings that you get by being around others and being able to do it in a community. It's not the programming, it's not the plan that's all structured and organized in charts. It's the people, it's the humans, it's the connection, it's the relationships. Another point why I really think in-person coaching is so powerful is coaching is not about only what you might be seeing, it's what you can't see. And that's what a great coach will always do is you might be so fixated on what's in front of you of like, oh my God, I'm not seeing any results. And then that coach who again sees you on a regular basis, maybe 3 times a week, maybe more, they check in with you, they talk to you on the phone, you have interactions inside the gym, maybe outside the gym. They're able to remind you that like, what are you talking about, man? Over the last year, you've been able to accomplish this. Look how much stronger you are. Look how much more energy. Look at what happened in your relationship. Look at these memories. Look at these moments. That's what great coaches do is they open up the big picture and they remind you like, this is what you're doing for. And the way I like to call that, it's a big part of what we do at Training for Warriors, is we reframe things for our students. And a lot of times what we reframe is we reframe obstacles. People will come in and they'll have limiting beliefs about like why they can't work out, but then we'll teach them like, no, you can't work out. Yeah, you're busy. Yeah, you're a mom. Yeah, work, but this is why. But we reframe and we give them new meanings. And that's very difficult for a computer to do that. That's something that comes through people that care about you, that comes through in-person connection and relationships. So to wrap up, guys, listen, my point with this podcast is like, it's not going to be AI versus in-person coaches. It's the combination of both. And the best coaches and the best fitness programs, they're definitely going to be utilizing AI. I know I am, and that's something that I want to continue to empower our staff. It's like, how can we speed up the information? How can we speed up the process of helping our clients by utilizing AI? If I can give a better nutrition program, if I can give more accurate feedback on why people's muscle mass is going up or down or their hydration levels, why would I not do that? Or if someone could bring all the things that they pulled from their AI and now we can interpret the data together and then be able to guide them, man, that's what coaching is. But the biggest thing that great coaches got to do is they have to build relationships with their clients. They have to have good emotional intelligence. They have to bring energy and enthusiasm to the sessions, because although AI is going to have this great plan, you can't manufacture energy. You can't manufacture enthusiasm. You can't make someone do a proper squat because it's on a piece of paper. You got to coach someone to do a proper squat. You can't make someone just all of a sudden eat the right foods because it's on a piece of paper. No, you have to inspire them by maybe the stories you tell them, the examples, the encouragement that you give them, the way you communicate as a person to person. That's what gets someone to walk away from your session and be like, man, I got to eat better. I got to get better rest, man. This is important to me. That's the power of great coaching. And when we combine in-person coaching with the tools like AI, man, we're going to be able to really save lives. And that's what we're about at Training for Warriors. We want to save lives, man. So for us, we're going to have the nutrition logs, the personalized programs, but we're never going to lose track of building relationships, having that in-person connection, celebrating people, accountability, and most importantly, community, right? So average coaches, average programs that don't prioritize that, yeah, they're going to be things of the past. People are just going to fizzle out of those, and they might rely on AI more. But great programs, great coaches, they're going to be even in more demand as technology becomes a bigger part of our life. So for you, the person who's watching this podcast, what I want you to do is get comfortable with AI. I still think most of our clients don't use it. They ask questions that I'm like, man, you could just search that on Google. So get in the habit of taking your weigh-ins, the weights that you're tracking, and go experiment. Use ChatGPT, use Claude, ask those questions. But if you really want to see yourself get the best results, invest in real coaching. Because there is power in paying to pay attention, is when you're investing in something and you have someone that you know is counting on you, who you know is in the corner to hold you accountable. There's just a certain level of commitment that comes with that. And that's what I find is one of the best ways to move the needle when it comes to your health. So on today's podcast, guys, I hope this one hit home with you. As always, if you're someone who is looking for real strength training, you want to do strength training with a coach in person, right? In a facility, you want to do it with a small group of people that are busy professionals, typically 40 plus, and you want to lose fat, you want to regain your energy, and you want to be stronger, then this is exactly what the Training for Warriors program could do. So if you want to be a part of this, what I recommend is visit tfwsaga.com. Click the link. We will send you an educational video, and then we'll book you in here for either a phone call or an in-person meeting, and then we'll take care of the rest, and hopefully we'll have you in this program. Coach Cory signing out. Beastin'.